Hey there, gluten-free mamas. Welcome back to another day of our gluten-free greens challenge. So today we're talking about experimenting with greens because there are so many different types of greens you can choose to add on to your gluten-free plate to boost your health, to boost your energy, and to have that energy to get through your day, right? We all need that. Okay, so friends, today I'm going to show you how to make zucchini boats. This is a simple, easy, delicious recipe. And as I'm making this, let's talk about all the different greens that we have out there. So I'm just going to chop off the ends of our zucchini and slice them in half, okay? So we're going to make little boats and we're going to fill them up. So all kinds of the greens what are greens that you can think of, right? So think of what most people go to are spinach and kale, because they're pretty readily available everywhere. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, right? Some of the things we've talked about this week. But friends, there are so many different greens to choose. Take a slow walk through your farmer's market. So I am just scooping out the zucchini seeds to make a little hole there. So we have a little resting place for our filling. Take a little stroll through your produce department at the grocery store and see if you can find a new green this week. Try something you haven't had before. Have you had bok choy? That's one I should have cooked this week. Bok choy is a spicy little leaf, and it's really fun to add into your stir fries. Okay, it adds a nice little kick at the end. Once you have everything sautéed and just about ready to go, you just throw in that bok choy right at the end, and you are good to go. I'm losing some seeds here. This zucchini doesn't have so many seeds in it. Let's see. Just scooping them right out. Here we go. We want to make sure that we have room for our delicious filling that we're going to add into this. So you have bok choy, you have cabbage, you have kale, Swiss chard, spinach, right? Can you think of other greens that you like, that you enjoy? Do any of you have any favorites? Tell me in the comments. Let me know. What are your go-to greens at your house? And are you willing to try some new ones? Okay, because a lot of times what happens is we stick to spinach, right? Because it's easy, it has a very mild flavor, so it doesn't really impact you as much. Like kale. Kale has a pretty distinct flavor, and you pretty much have to get used to that. But once you do, it's really lovely to add into different dishes. But again, it has a strong flavor. So think about all the different greens. Let's see, we have broccoli, of course, and broccoli rabe. That's a fun one. Watercress, you have mustard greens, dandelion greens. Has anyone tried those? I really enjoy dandelion tea, and that's made with either the dandelion root or the it can be made with the root, or it can be made with the leaves. But it's very tasty, and it's a great alternative to coffee. So let me see, I'm just gonna put this on here. So I have just sliced up the zucchini and hollowed them out. So you have a little hole here. Now you can fill this with anything. Just the other night we made chili, so I thought this would be yummy and delicious. We all love chili, and this is a great way to get your kids to eat more vegetables, because the zucchini, when it's cooked, it is going to become just really, really sweet. I am just going to drop a little bit of sea salt on there, and I was actually going to add a little bit of oil to the pan. Let me just leave these out. I was talking so much I forgot. I'm just going to add a little oil because I don't want them to stick on the bottom of the pan. So just very little. Give that a little bit of a swish here and put these right back in the pan. And we are going to go ahead and fill these up with this delicious chili. So I made chili the other night. Thought this is going to be a great addition to our little logs here. Just going to put one little scoop or 2 scoops, however much fits into each boat here. You can fill this with rice. You can fill this with zucchini. Excuse me, you can not zucchini. You don't fill your zucchini with zucchini. You can fill this with a rice mixture. You can fill this with a quinoa mixture. I have a really beautiful black bean quinoa salad on my website, and that would be really delicious in here. So you just fill it right up. Ooh, you can smell the chili. So the spiciness of the chili is going to be really offset by the sweetness of the zucchini, and that's why I love these. Look at how easy and delicious this is. And your zucchini is just full of nutrients and minerals that your body needs, right? So we talked about some of those benefits of the greens, and that is improving our gut flora, our intestinal flora. And that's so important when we're gluten-free, because we really are watching our gut, right? And keeping that balance in our gut. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead, and the oven is set at 375. I'm gonna pop this in the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and cover it just so that the zucchini steams, so it gets nice and soft. And cover it with a little tin foil, pop it in the oven for a good 20 minutes, and then I'll be back to show you what happens. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay friends, our zucchini boats are done. I did end up adding about 10 extra minutes in the oven. So we ended up with about 25, 30 minutes in the oven altogether. But take a look at this. Look at how nice and soft that zucchini is. The spiciness of that chili is going to just be really beautiful with the sweetness of the zucchini. So there you have, even have some sauce in there. So friends, when you're adding your greens to your plate, think of all the leafy greens that you have, and then think of, oh, look at how pretty that is. A little too hot to put in my mouth yet. Think of all the greens, your leafy greens, but don't discount zucchini and your squash and your broccoli and all the other greens, because they're going to give you just as much health and nutrition that you need for your gluten-free plate. Okay, so I hope you go and try this recipe and enjoy it and see what your family thinks. And friends, have a delicious gluten-free day. We'll be back again tomorrow for another day of our gluten-free greens challenge.